Yeah, a bit of an impromptu video this one. I wasn't planning on actually doing anything this week because I didn't really have much to say. But I've been sat here and been mulling things over in my head, and I come up with a few things that I wanted to talk about this week. Last week, as I kind of anticipated, I started getting messages and comments from people basically who have fallen off the wagon. They hit that point in January where they were doing really well, then obviously it gets to the weekend and they just went out and drank, or the diet, or not exercising, whatever it may be, whatever resolution. I'm dripping here, I've just had a shower. Yeah, they've fallen off the wagon in whatever way that they were falling. The first thing is, try not to beat yourself up too much. One of the things that quite often happens when you try and commit to something and then you don't see it through, or you get to a certain point and then you kind of have a break, or you have a habit to beat yourself up. You have a habit to say, oh fuck it, that's it, I've failed now, I'm a loser, I'm no good, so I might as well just carry on doing what I was doing. If you messed up, you can't change it, you can't do anything about it, it is what it is. Tomorrow's another day, so pick yourself up and carry on. Whatever it was that you did, you can always get back to that. Don't be defeatist. Don't sort of just say, alright, that's it, then I'm no good, I can't do this. You did it up to a point, so you had your little break, you had your little patch where it didn't work out. Just carry on, there's still a lot of January to go, and who says it always has to be about January? Just because it's dry January doesn't mean you have to be restricted to January. Do it in your own goddamn time.
Very aggressive today.
It's actually probably worth pointing out that I haven't fallen off the wagon. I have stuck resolutely to my resolutions.
Smug twat.
But in fairness though, in a weird way, I haven't, because everything I've been doing at the moment is just a continuation of what I was doing last year. So I kind of feel like I should be doing a few more things to improve myself. We're well past New Year, and it's never too late or too soon to start doing something. You don't have to wait for a specific date to do it. If you're feeling something now, then go for it. If that's what I've been trying to say. So if you did fail at what it was you set out to do for January, just readjust the marker. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be about January. Or finish off the rest of January, or go into February, or whatever it was you're going to do. Don't just take it as like, okay, I didn't do it for January, therefore that's it, there's no point. As I said earlier on, I got quite a lot of messages last week and throughout the week, and I've noticed with the views have dipped basically back down to nothing, and that's exactly what I thought would happen. You get to Christmas and everybody's really hopeful for the new year, and the first week of January my views were sky high. They were just ridiculous, and as I anticipated last weekend, everything just came just steadily. I wouldn't go that far, it wasn't that bad, because basically people hit that point where they're just not so motivated anymore. I think everyone thinks that like January 1st is some magic date, like, yeah, I'm going to feel different on January 1st and everything's going to be different. No, it's not. It's ongoing. It's all the time. But anyway, the reason that this kind of came up, I've actually just been watching, let me just get my old bones. And then, nice poster, isn't it? Yeah. That's a guy called, what's his name? Chad Wright. Now, quite often I watch or listen to the Rich Roll podcast. He's vegan, which I am not, but it is something that I've been but thinking about trying. But he has a fantastic podcast where he has all sorts of guests, a lot of athletes. That's where I discovered David Goggins, who's absolutely phenomenal, an incredible guy, and people like John Joseph and all that. But this guy Chad Wright, he's I think he's an ex-Navy SEAL maybe, but he was talking about how you should, we often have times in life where we talk about giving up. we have those doubts all the time. And certainly with the running that I've been doing lately, I think about that sort of stuff a lot. You know, I go on a hard run and there's definitely points in it where I'm thinking, oh, I can't keep going, but I keep going. But the point he's making in this video is not saying it out loud. He was talking about a guy that I think maybe it was when he was in the SEALs, and there was a guy that he could see was struggling, but he kept on going. But then at one point this guy actually said out loud, I don't know if I can do this. And literally the moment he did that, he screwed up. And he pretty much quit soon after that. There's a power that you give out, you know, when you say something out loud. So what am I ambling on? What am I rambling on about? Though I'm not rambling today, I'm actually sat down in a rather cosy room. One of the things that's come up in a lot of the videos that I've done from the comments is about how I'm very hard on myself and I put myself down a lot and I doubt myself a lot, and I think that's very true. And I'm talking about all you guys with your resolutions and the things that you're trying to do to make yourselves feel better or to better your life. And it kind of struck me that I've not really been pushing myself in new ways. I am continuing with what I'm doing, and there is improvements there, but I'm not putting anything new on, and there's a very real danger of just becoming stagnant. So something that don't say it. So I'm going to do my best from now on to not put myself down, or at least not verbalize it, because that does send a message to myself when I do that sort of thing. When I do say I'm a piece of shit, when I do say I don't know what I'm talking about, or I don't know if this makes any sense, that does send a message to the subconscious. That does send something there that you can very much start believing that. And I've been doing that to myself for years, for decades. I doubt myself on something and I let people know about it. Now, it's good to be vulnerable every now and then, you know what I mean? I don't believe in I try to be honest, as I've said in many other videos, but then again, there are some things that maybe you should just, you know, keep to yourself in terms of those self-doubts. So going forward, that's something that I'm going to be looking at doing. There's obviously going to be other stuff that I'm going to be looking at throughout the course of the year as well, but that's just an immediate one that I thought. So as I said, initially I didn't really have any plans for a video this week at all, but you know, those two things just came into my mind. So if you have been struggling with whatever it is that you've been doing or whatever you wanted to change about yourself, and you have fallen off the wagon in whatever, you know, whether it be alcohol, food, working out, whatever thing it is that you wanted to improve, if you fell by the wayside a little bit, just get up and keep going. Don't beat yourself up too hard about it. It won't get you anywhere. It will not get you anywhere. Just, you know, get up and start again. And for myself, you know, admittedly, I have been, you know, doing pretty well. But no, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I need to do in my life to improve things, and not doubting myself, and especially not beating myself up so much is something that I need to change. Everybody needs to be self-aware. You need to acknowledge things that, you know, weaknesses that need strengthening, but you know what I mean. There's a difference between, you know, addressing an issue, and there's a difference between addressing an issue and just plain putting yourself down. And you know, there are enough people in the world who are going to do that, so I needn't be one of them. And you know, same for you guys as well. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there struggle with that sort of thing as well. So whether I'll be back next week or not, I don't know. I do want to spend a bit more time trying to put quality stuff out as opposed to this. And that's not me putting myself down, that's just because I know I'm capable of doing more. I have been working on a short film called Living with Depression, and I really do want to put a lot of effort into that and put it out when it's ready. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. If I do come up with any ideas, or again, if you guys have got anything you'd like me to discuss or ask, then yeah, put the comments down below and we'll see what happens. But yeah, that'll do for today, and I'll see you next time.